Welcome, racing fans, to the Motorsports Radio Podcast Network. Race recap, Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series racing from Richmond. This is Manny Allegretta, and this is the Motorsports Radio Breakdown. Some short track racing, Sunday short track showdown at Richmond International Raceway. This was the Toyota Owners 400. Matt Kenseth was the pole sitter on Sunday. Starting in the second position, Ryan Blaney. Truex Jr. started third, the 2021 and the 78 in the top three start positions. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Joe Logano started in 4th and 5th, the 17 and the 22. Matt Kenseth in the Circle K car, we reported on that a couple weeks ago, and it was Michael Waltrip's birthday, so happy birthday, green flag in the air, and they were off at 2:16 p.m. Eastern Time. Pedal to the metal to start Sunday's event, and the red stripes along the outside wall. Top three maintaining their positions, but then we get to lap 6 for caution number 1. The 77 takes to the outside wall for the first caution. Eric Jones, early day for the 77 driver incident coming out of turn 2 into the backstretch. Possible tire cut from possible contact with Casey K's number 5 car. So we get back to green at lap 13. After a little bit of delayed restart, they had some extra cleanup to do out there. Kenseth maintaining his lead, maintaining and commanding. Then we have Truex Jr. now fighting Ryan Blaney for second. And then there was Kenseth, Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch now that made up the top three. Kyle Busch wound up cracking in there. So Kenseth, Truex, Kyle Busch around lap 18, lap 18, 19, lap 20. But lap 20, Matt Kenseth with 1.5 second lead on second place. Truex Jr. at 1.86 at lap 33. And then comes Bart Keselowski, a lap making an inside pass to take third from Kyle Busch, and that drops Kyle Busch down to 4th. So now we got Kenseth, Truex Jr., and Keselowski up there in the top three. But Kenseth taking care of business stage 1 of Sunday's race, dominating Sunday stage 1. Then we get question number 2. This would come out at lap 65. This would be for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., into the wall, a little fishtailing into the outside wall. Denny Hamlin was chasing him down in a race for 7th at the time. He got a little loose and then got the outside wall. There were also 3 speeding tickets handed out. Oh man, speeding tickets for Kyle Busch, who was running 4th, Dale Jr., and Chris Buescher. So you know what that means. Back to the end of the longest line. Kyle Busch too fast in section 4. Dale Jr. too fast in section 15. And Chris Buescher too fast sections 8 and 9. The race restarts, and it's back to green at lap 73. With Kenseth still in the lead, Truex Jr. still in second, but then came Kevin Harvick, who got third for this restart, a little race off pit road. But then we had Kyle Busch, Dale Jr., Chris Buescher down in 24th, 25th, and 27th, respectively. Keselowski was down in 5th coming into this restart. So Kevin Harvick running third, he gets overtaken by Kyle Larson. So now we got Kyle Larson running up there in third place. Now it's the 20, the 78, and the 42 top three at lap 78. But Matt Kenseth with a 2.3 second lead at lap 89. Then it was a 2.5 at lap 90. And then on the final lap of stage number 1, a 3.21. And then stage 1 was completed at lap 100. Stage 1 winner here, Matt Kenseth. Top 5 finishes. Matt Kenseth for the win. Kyle Larson and Truex Jr. Kyle Larson and Truex Jr. neck and neck crossing the finish line. Kyle Larson beat Truex Jr. for second by inches. And that would put Truex Jr. finishing third. Kevin Harvick would finish 4th. And then Denny Hamlin, he would come in to finish in 5th. So the 20, 42, 78, 4, and the 20. And then we get back to green to start stage 2. Stage 2, back to green at lap 111. The thing is that stage 1 ends and stage 2 starts at the same time. So even though it's yellow and they're coming in, the stage 2 the next stage laps are getting counted. So even though they'll say stage 1 ends at lap 100, that also starts stage 2. So the laps are still being counted. So by the time they get everything set up, maybe 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 laps get by, and then they finally get back to green. Kansas Larson and Truex Jr. in the top 3 to start stage number 2. And then during a commercial break, we have Harvick up to second, Keselowski up to third, lap 137. Kansas at lap 139 with a lead 1.93 seconds on second place, Kevin Harvick, which shrunk a little bit. It was a 0.55 at lap 142. But lap 152, Brad Keselowski moves up, and now he's running second. Now, here's the thing. Keselowski had a bit of a fast car because Kansas' lead now cut down to under half a second. So, 0.85 at lap 156, a 0.55 at lap 160. Keselowski on Kansas bumper chasing him down lap 164, and then we get a new leader during another commercial break, and that would be Brad Keselowski, who finally gets the job done to get in front. An inside pass gets the job done for the number 2 car, and quickly he's putting a gap between the 2 and the 20 with a 1.6 second lead at lap 173. Okay, and 1.7 seconds at lap 175. Keselowski in front and now putting other drivers' laps down. So as Keselowski's starting to pass lappers, he's also making new ones with a 1.9 second lead at lap 191. Now inside the last 10 of Stage 2 with a 2.4 second lead at lap 193. Stage 2 completed at lap 200. Winner Brad Keselowski. First stage win for Keselowski. No question in Stage 2, so green flag racing all the way for the second leg of Sunday's event. Top 5 finishes, Keselowski for the win. Kenseth comes in second. Kevin Harvick would come in third. Denny Hamlin fourth, and Kyle Larson would come in fifth. The 2, the 20, the 4, the 11, and the 42. And then we get ready for stage number 3, a 200 lapper. Now we had the 48 team loses a tire, goes over in the pit stall next door, okay? But now we get the top 3 start positions now getting in for stage 3. Denny Hamlin, who moved up 3 spots with a race off pit road, okay? And then we had Harvick in second and Keselowski third, and then it's back to green at lap 212. And now, the 11 in front. But Kevin Harvick chasing down the double one of Denny Hamlin. And then we got Kenseth that moves up to take third. So now it's Hamlin, Harvick, Kenseth top 3. But Harvick chasing down Denny Hamlin, whose lead was just 0.29 seconds at lap 220. Then lap 226, Keselowski back up to third. And then lap 229, another new leader, Kevin Happy Harvick. But Denny Hamlin, he dropped down to third, and now Keselowski is back in second, chasing down the number 4 car. And then lap 237, another new leader, Brad Keselowski, who would then retake the lead. A Miller Lane pass gets the job done this time for the number 2 car. And now at lap 240, it was Keselowski, Harvick, Denny Hamlin top 3. Then we get question number 5. This was at lap 250. This one is for debris on the front stretch. Okay. Now we get back for a restart. Denny Hamlin again will race off pit road, gets back into the lead for the Harvick second, Keselowski third, as it goes back to green lap 256. And now it's back to Harvick chasing Hamlin. But then Jay McMurray moving up to third, coming off of this restart. And after 200 laps, remember Kyle Busch, he got sent to the back of the longest line. After 200 laps, Kyle Busch finally gets back into the top 10. Okay, reported by Fox, Kyle Busch actually was running 9th at lap 262. Speeds averaging 117, 118, 119. And then lap 283, Keselowski gets back in second, and now starting to harass Denny Hamlin to get by a side-by-side nitty-gritty pass, and Keselowski again becomes the race lead at lap 285. Then we got Denny Hamlin going after Keselowski. Harvick fighting Hamlin for second, though, so as he's trying to chase down Bart Keselowski, Denny Hamlin is harassing, Kevin Harvick harassing Denny Hamlin, but eyes on the number 2 car because Keselowski in the Detroit Genuine Parts black and blue car, Keselowski was trying to be the first driver for the year to get 3 wins. But in the end, it turned out it was his teammate that would get the checkered flag. Lap 300, the start of the last 100. Keselowski in the lead. Harvick, who finally moves up to take second. Hamlin down to third. Keselowski, though, with a 1.4 second lead at lap 103. And then a 1.6 at lap 104. You know, sometimes I'm waiting for stuff to happen, so I'm just keeping track of the times. That's how it works. And then we had a Fox crank it up at lap 106. You got to love to crank it up. And then lap 315, we got a round of green flag pit stops. Logano first to come in, and then everybody starts coming in. The field gets shuffled as always. And then... Oh, yeah, the Clint Boyer and Danica Patrick get popped for a commitment code violation. Okay, that's the 14 and the 10. So some tracks they have a cone, some tracks there's a rectangle, some tracks there's a square painted. And of course, the rule at Richmond is that none of the tires can go over that square. That is considered a commitment code violation. Some tracks have a rectangle, so you can get 2 tires over it, no problem. But with the square at Richmond, no tires whatsoever. And if there's a cone there and you hit the cone, that too is a cone violation. So once you come in there and you pass that area, you can't pull out to pull back out into the track. Also, same way coming into pit road, if you come and stand out there and you pass that commitment area, you can't just come in and get in there right after you pass that commitment area, because that is a pit road violation. And since this was a green flag pit stop penalty, they would have to serve a pass-through. And then we have the top 3 for some reason dropped down to 4th, 5th, and 6th after they pitted. And this was a little bit interesting scenario in the race here, because these 3 guys wanted 4th, 5th, and 6th in order: Harvick, Hamlin, Keselowski. Okay, and then we have Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Jr. in the top 3. These 3 waiting, putting off coming into pit road so they can maintain that top 3, those top 3 positions up there. But Harvick, Hamlin, Keselowski, they were in the midst of a 3-wide, 3 battle for 4th. Okay, so these 3 guys, okay, 4th, 5th, and 6th, finding each other for 4th place, and then you got Newman, Johnson, Dale Jr., who just wouldn't come into pit because they didn't want to give up their spot. Some logistics here. So the green flag pit cycle has not completely cycled through at this moment. Right now, at this time, it would be at lap 330. But this is what happened here. Question 6. Dale Jr., okay, his teammate Jimmy Johnson gets loose and gets into the side of that 88 car, puts the 88 into the wall. See, the logistic was, let's wait for a caution to come out so we can come in, get tires, fuel, and come back out and not lose our spots. But here's what happened. Before, like a few laps before Jimmy Johnson gets into Dale Jr., he actually did come into pit. That's the messed up part. So that's the crazy part. And Dale Jr., as mentioned, was waiting for a caution, which, of course, that's why he didn't pit during this green flag pit cycle. And then that's the crazy thing. So you got these 3 guys waiting to stand out. Jimmy Johnson comes in, the pit comes out, gets loose, and gets it. What happened when he came around on turn 4, and I guess he didn't see that Dale Jr. was there and just got him on the side and just pushed right into the wall there, and that's up. This would, it would bring out question number 6, okay? And then after all of that, we got Keselowski back in the lead, okay? Ryan Newman second, Denny Hamlin third. After the restart, that would be at lap 349. So the 2, the 3, the 2, the 31, and the 11 now, top 3. Now we'll get inside of the last 50. Okay, and a short track, 50 laps goes by pretty fast. You know, I'm surprised how fast 500 laps go by on a short track. Well, if there's not a lot of cautions, but so we got Keselowski down in front with a half-second lead on Ryan Newman, and Denny Hamlin getting harassed by Kyle Busch as Busch works to get back into third. But then we get caution number 7 again. This one also for Dale Jr. He goes spinning at turn 3, a spin and smoke, slight contact with the outside wall, and then the 14 and the 13 get into each other for some reason. I don't know what happened here, but we get back to green lap 361. Keselowski, Hamlin, Newman top 3, and then Denny Hamlin and Keselowski battling out for the lead. This restart was under review. and was deemed legal. Okay, so according to Mike Joy, and then so we got now Hamlin in front, Kenseth having some trouble. He got a cut tire. Contact with Chase Elliott's car. This would actually bring out caution number 8. Little contact with Chase Elliott cut Matt Kenseth.